CMA Part 1. And in Part 1, we have a lot of topics. So, financial reporting, cost accounting, planning, budgeting, and forecasting, performance management, internal controls, and technology. So, today our topic is more about analysis, forecasting, and technique. This is a very important portion. Budgeting, it used to have 2 lectures, but now they made it into 3 lectures. So you have analysis, forecasting, and techniques. This is a very CFO level, director finance. Generally, the people who are into planning, forecasting, they are the one actually who take care of it. Although some part of this you don't feel in accounting finances, but there is a pure finance also, which requires some quantitative methods. So correlation and regression, learning curve analysis, expected value, sensitivity analysis, strategic management, balanced scorecard, and strategic planning. So there are 2 topics. One is a little bit more related to mathematical quantitative methods. And the last portion is more about thinking broad strategy and all that. So let's start our discussion. It's a very interesting discussion. So every financial head of finance, head of accounting, even CEOs, they are into future, forward, or we can say they need to predict about next 1 year, 2 year, 5 year down the road. Because, and us also as individuals, for me, like I have my next 5 year plan. If I remain in the world positively, I will do certain things. So I expect everyone should have plans because plans keep you motivated and you keep achieving. I see a lot of people, they have no plans. So I find them every 2 years bringing their CVs to me and say, we lost the job. When I see the CV, it was 2 years before the same. So I will get the same effort to help them, which I actually took 2 years before. But I always suggest them to read more, get more certificates, because this can change their earning potential, propositions, and life in general. So always we need to have a future vision. So same way every organization, they have future vision, and for that they need to forecast. So if I say next year will be very good, so you can ask that what is very good here, right? So because good is different, good for everyone is different. A person who earns 10,000 dirhams has a different vision of life. A person who earns 100,000 dirhams is a different, his or her good and bad definitions, his satisfaction levels are different. So we need to define that what is the future will look like. So we can't say that good or bad, very next years will be very good, very I will be very happy, or no, this is not the case. We need to quantify. I should say that sales has increased 5% from the last year. So and other things as well. Say 20% increase in cost, 50% increase in gross profits. So these kind of things will be really, really nice for to predict. That is called forecasting methods. So we have 2 methods. One is qualitative and one is quantitative. Quant means mathematics. So you have some methods to study in this chapter. And qualitative methods will be, of course, when I say that my sale is increasing 20% from the last year, the next question is nowadays, because of the balance scorecards implementations, we ask that this revenue that we are increasing is same times creating a greater value for customer as well, or clients. So then we involved in the qualitative factors, means good and bad, high quality, low quality, high risk, low risk. So qualitative methods are those who based on an attribute which is subjective and based on judgment. If you say I'm a bad teacher, for example, it's your judgment. Someone will say I'm a good teacher, it's their judgment. So they are actually basing themselves on qualitative factors. But someone who knows that I have 200 student pass CMA under me, so that is a quantitative, support to my excellence. So that's a mix of, you have to mix it, qualitative and quantitative together. So the first method is correlation. Co means two. So and relation is a simple English word which shows a connection. So two people, two factors relation is called correlation. Very interesting discussion we can do. Suppose if I go office tomorrow and I say my sale is going to increase around 20%. So, and so naturally, someone can ask like what you are going to do that's going to increase your sale. Makes sense? So means that what they are actually finding in me is a correlation. Means that what I will do, that my sale will increase 30%, 20%. So I will say, look, I'm going to advertise. I'm going to launch a new website. I will do social media marketing. I'm going to hire some consultants. I'm going to open new showrooms. I am going to increase my product range. So these are not correlation. Then there are multi-relations because co is at least two. So when we have more than two things, then we say multiple relationships. So I think you got correlation concept. Correlation concept is really important because if I make a budget and I come to you you are a CEO, you are a board of director, you are an investor. So you should have capability to challenge me. And I should have a capability to justify what I'm thinking. So if I increase the sale or I decrease the sale for the next year budget, I should have a capacity to explain, and that is comes from correlation. I will tell that look, there is no air travel, aviation industry is down, there are strict COVID restrictions, so I'm not expecting so much footfall in my shopping mall. That's why I'm predicting 30% downfall in footfall and 20% revenue decrease. And if anyone want to challenge, they can challenge because I have qualitative and quantitative correlations with me. Got it? So in mathematics, we say correlation is between -1 to perfectly 1. So I can make a line here. So say this is -1 and this is 1. And this is a line show the correlation. Correlation means relation of two variable. Example is sales and advertising. Right? When we advertise, sale increase, sometimes doesn't change. So we need to work out. So now I will explain you more about -1 and +1s. Say like we have two situations in our life. Either we are extremely happy, right? And either we are extremely sad. These are two different poles. Extremely happy and extremely sad. In between, we have different situations. For example, if it is 0, I will say I am neither happy nor sad. Or if I am more sad, less happy, um, too much sad, less happy, So there could be inner situations when I am not much sad, but I am a bit happy. But there are extreme situations where there are too much happiness and too much sadness. Same way correlation works. Either it's too much correlation or either it's not even 1% of correlation, even it is negative correlation. How I will show you. This is R means correlation, and equal to 1 means that as Y will increase, X will also increase. You saw? So it means that there is a direct, perfect relation. Perfect means that two people thinks the same. And this happened like, I guess before marriage, it happens a lot. You feel you are very connected. That's the reason you marry. Otherwise, you don't marry. Where we marry, we like if we marry with our own will, other than the traditional ways. So if we see someone and we look around a partner, so and we see that whatever you are thinking, you like travel, she likes travel, you want to study, she want to study, you want to be a career person, she want to be a career person, and you want to go for dining, she want to go out for dining, and before marriage, you don't mind to pay for dining out also. So this all create a perfect relation. You feel both of you are perfectly correlated because of the variables that you set. In business terms, I can give you example that as you advertise, sales start increasing. So it's a perfect relation between advertising and sales. Then it becomes negative. R is equal to minus. You can see as Y is decreasing, X is increasing. This is maybe after 5 years of your marriage, maybe 10 years down the road. It's up to you where you want to sleep and your partner want to go for a shopping. You are in a sad mood, they are in a happy mood. So things are, in an opposite way. That's R is equal to minus 1. In business terms, what we can see is, suppose, same example, advertising and sales. You do advertising, it bounce back and people stop buying. So maybe it's a negative by advertising sometimes. And this is R is equal to zero point 0. It's not straight, but it still have some kind of relation. So we say strong direct relationship. R is equal to 0 means there is no defined relationship. So you can see there is no relationships.